All right, Bristol Motor Speedway, let's get ready to rock and roll as we are TI Racing in race number 3 of the series here tonight of 8, as we are live again from the virtual Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum, the 8th wonder of the world, whatever you want to call it. It's got so many different nicknames. We know it as Bristol, though, as we get ready for 150 laps of racing tonight here at the last great Coliseum. 85 degrees, 46% humidity under partly cloudy skies, and 7 miles an hour wind. 150 laps here tonight at Bristol. I am the captain, as always. We welcome you in on this Thursday evening. Qualifying going on right now. Had a slow, a unique problem that basically got in my way of getting the broadcast on sooner. I was sitting here waiting to go, but I just had to wait. Unfortunately, that's what happens. We get blocked from your account for 10 minutes. And why? Because I had cap locks on. All because of cap locks. It's a trickle-down effect. So, hey, let's take a look at the point standings real quick before we get to the race here. As I mentioned, qualifying is just about wrapped up in about a minute or so. Nick Leo leads the points, entering tonight over Zach Mertes, Kyle Ethier, Stephen Miles, Tim Abril, your top 5 in points. Lewis Ayers, Dean Martin, and Tupper, a 4-way tie for 7th down there. You see the top 20 in points. And again, the point standings are a little different than what you're used to here at TI Racing. Basically, it's 26-1 for the top 25 finishers. And then after that, it is basically 0 for those drivers, and so on and so forth. You get bonus points for the most laps led. You get bonus points for the pole, and you get bonus laps for 0 incident points. You do get incident penalty points. Look down at Brett Rolls in 17th right now. He has an incident that was blamed on him, basically, from the admins in the first 2 races, so you see that -3. So that can play a role in this racing also. So you got to keep it clean and do the best you can on the track. So that's basically the start of this thing as we get ready to rock and roll, as mentioned, for 150 laps of racing. Tim Abril, Drayton Cook looks like will be the front row here, as that was almost the top 2 in the race Tuesday night. Those 2 really good here at this track, as we'll let the starting lineup roll across the top of the screen as we always do. As Abril on the pole alongside Drayton Cook, Nick Leo and Chris Dean will be in row number 2. Lewis and Alphin in row number 3. Berger and Ayers in row 4. Ethier and Jace Lafort, good qualifying effort for him. We'll start there in the top 5. Let's hear from Tim real quick, as I mentioned, he gets the pole award here this evening. I want to make sure I'm in the right chat real quickly. There's Tim as he joins us. Tim, congratulations, man, on the pole. What do we expect tonight for 150 laps?
I expect some cautions.
Hey, 63
It's gonna be a good race. Hopefully, I'm gonna hope to get some green flag racing. On Tuesday night, we did have some good green flag racing early before a bunch of cautions started happening. So hopefully we can get that started again and maybe keep it rolling this time.
How crazy is it with the 35% fuel, so you only can go like 40, 45 laps or so on fuel?
It's pretty crazy. It's one of them things where, I mean, it sucks if you got to, you do make it to the green flag pit stop, and then you end up on pit road, especially on a short track like this, and a caution comes out, because then you really get screwed over. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but we shall see.
Absolutely, man. Hey, best of luck to you.
Thanks, brother.
Yes, sir. Tim Abril on the pole tonight here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, as we'll move him to his TI Racing team, as they looked pretty good Tuesday night, but we'll see. And I see the fan club of the Faster Pastor here tonight in that 811 number 75 truck, Stoney Benfield. Good to see him. And he's actually a part of a team. The team has its own name, oh, by the way. And it's the team owned by Jace Lafort, and their name is the Full Throttle Motorsports. However, I made the decision tonight, as we got one truck decided not to go here on the outside of turn or front straightaway. I made a decision after it was announced that Stoney had joined this team. I said, well, from now on, this team will be known as Faster Pastor Motorsports. I don't care what anybody else says. That's what I'm going with is, well, it looks like the I-10 over here in California, as the 5 of Alan Ayers was having some trouble getting going. Good thing we do have 2 pace laps. And this is, of course, the Truck Series presented by Marion Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. They are based out of the Asheville, North Carolina area. I was wondering what was going on here. I was like, wait a minute. And we'll talk to Chris here in a little bit, but they have a deal on Wranglers right now you can get. And oh, by the way, you can check out their website. They do online sales also. You can check them out at marioncjdr.com. 150 laps tonight, 35% fuel, and it's not the single pit road that you see nowadays. It is the old dual pit road, which is probably a good decision because we could see green flag pit stops here in about 45 laps as Tim Averill and Drayton Cook, a TI front row, leads them to the green in race number 3. Our cameras tonight presented by TrackCams22.com. You can check them out online on Facebook and on the iRacing forums at TrackCams22.com. And issues for Jace LaForte, who started up in 10th. He spun around over here on the back straightaway, no caution. And it looks like Stephen Melnick, I thought he had not taken a come out of pit road, but he's not. But LaForte keeps going, no caution. That was weird. Usually you spin here at Bristol, there's a caution coming. Did he keep it off the track? Goes into the corner. Oh, he just had a lot of rear brake and unfortunately goes spinning. He kept it on the apron. Surprise, no caution came out for that. Wow. All right, we stay green.
Oh, you'll be.
Go back here, getting a little racy. The 17, Brett Rolls. The 69, and Jason Clark. Dominic Russo blinking a little bit back there. And the 63 truck, the 55 at the bottom there, is Craig Martin. Little door banging there. Two Bristol's all about. Eric Tupper. There's Josh Gagnon in front of them. And it looks like Stephen Melnick has finally joined. Unfortunately, he's going to lose about 10 laps. As Averill and those guys put a lap on Jason LaForte after his little spin. Gagnon lets his teammate Clark up there in line. Here's a battle up here for the 3rd position. Nick Lee, or that's, I'm sorry, that's Jason LaForte. Am I going to lock out that with Leo for a second? But Leo's in that Jewel number 69 truck. Here in the 63. Up here, let's check out Michael Eckert, as Colby Wells going to go by him for position. Eckert in the 24 truck. It's a pretty cool looking paint scheme, actually. Check back here, a couple Chris's and a Jeremy battling it out for position. Brandon Alphin there behind him. Dean in the 48, Lewis in the 111. The 2 is Jeremy Berger in the 21. Brandon Alphin battle for the 4th spot here. Hey, we need to get Stody an All-American. Is that what you're trying to say, Mr. Case? Averill up by 3/10 right now over Drayton Cook. We got some wrecking over here, and caution's going to come out. Dominic Russo's involved. And Jason Clark also involved with Eric Tupper. And that takes out the worry that I had that cautions were not turned on. See what happens to Clark. Looks like he and Tupper come together. Yes. One truck, I should say, smoking as we got some pit stops happening here. Remember, some cars on the backstretch, some, let's see, 29. So 2 trucks are on the back straightaway. And it's whoever started 28th and 29th on the field. So I have to look at the standings, and Eric Tupper's up in smoke. But Stephen Miller, 26. Trying to see right now while we're pacing who are the 2 trucks on the. All right, so Jacob Locklear started 29th, so he would be one. It might be Stephen Miles who's the other, I'm not sure. All right, so the front 18 trucks stayed out. Looks like Josh Gagnon going to be the first one with fuel. And remember, again, with the 35% fuel here, we're about halfway into a fuel run already. 3 sets of tires to work with as we go back racing here, lap number 21. Here the trucks get round up. Kyle Ethier there in the 87. Alan Ayers, Colby Wells in the 45. Stephen Melnick back on pit road in the 1 truck. Not sure if he has a penalty or something like that. And up here at the 3rd position, Dean and Nick Leo here. Kyle Ethier finally lost his winning streak on the truck side, finishing 3rd in the Bristol race Tuesday night, battling Brandon Alphin. And that 21, Eurykio there trying to make the pass on the bottom. This Bristol track is a lot of fun. It is one the top side is preferred, but you can make the bottom work if you can save your tires. There's a squeeze and Eurykio's in the wall. And spun around. And Clark gets into him. And caution out for the second time. Unfortunately, the bully dog number 5 gets into the 36. Clark, I think, just had nowhere to go. At least he slows up and tries to miss him. Shouldn't be too bad of damage on that 69 truck. And leaders are on pit road now. And this is going to cycle those who maybe stayed out or pitted in that last caution. Those guys are probably going to go to the front now. And you're going to see some trucks that have not decided to pit are going to go to the lead, like the 17 of Brett Rolls. Now, I mentioned the backstretch pits. Here's your two guys that have the backstretch, or there's actually a couple guys here it looks like have backstretch pits. One is Jacob Locklear. One is Dalton Wilson. It looks like there's 3 or 4. I thought there would only be 2 because there's usually 27, but you never know. So, Brett Rolls, Ronald Piles, Josh Canyon, Stoney Benfield, Tim Abril. There's the Abril's the first one off pit road here. So, the front 4 stayed out here. The Canyon and Benfield automobiles pitted in the last caution and got fuel. As I look down the order here, there are potentially some trucks here that took tires. Potentially Christopher Dean, Brandon Alphin, Michael Eckert, Kyle Ethier. Again, you do have 3 sets, so if you break down 150 laps by 3, obviously it's 50 laps with the tank of fuel. If you can just do like 40 to 45 or so, you could probably obviously make those other tires last. You could double stint tires. There's so many different options. That's what makes this league fun, is we're able to put a race together like this. It puts so much strategy play into it that you have to figure out where's the right way to go. And not to mention, Bristol's a track you've got to have track position. So now you got to figure out how to do track position, when to put the tires on, how to stay out of an accident. There's so many different things. And oh, by the way, the time is flying through because of the way the weather's set up. And we're going to be nighttime here in probably 10 minutes. As Brett Rolls and Ronald Piles going to bring him to the green flag here on lap number 32 at Bristol. Oh, wreck it over here in turn 1. Nick Leo, Clement Downing, Stephen Miles. And we didn't even get going. Oh, a little netcode action. Miles nowhere to go. Center punches the 59. Leo nowhere to go, gets into the wall. And caution out again. Clement, I think, was just trying to stay out of the way. Unfortunately, this Bristol track, if you're going to try something like that, you've got to go to the apron and just get out. So those trucks are going to come in and get damage fixed here. As Jason Clark's going to get a wave around, he'll get back on the lucky dog. That could potentially happen here, Barbara. That's part of the Bristol thing, and this league is a little bit different. Let's just put it like that than what we're used to seeing on Sunday and Monday nights. And and that's just the thing. A lot of leagues are different, unfortunately. Sometimes you're going to have good races. Sometimes you're not going to have good races. Just the way it goes. So I'm not sure how long Brett or Ronald can go here on fuel. I would say at least another 10 laps or so. So they're kind of booking another caution potentially here. Last night, Barbara, as you saw, if you were watching the other stream, that truck race we were in had 13 cautions in it. All right, pace car going to pull in. We'll go back racing here at lap number 38. A reminder, next week we're actually Chicagoland Speedway for both the trucks and the Gen 4 cars. Tuesday and Thursday night, before we take July 4th weekend off, or week, I should say. Oh, 97 gets together with somebody. Big wreck on the back. 48 involved. The 87. I saw one of the TI trucks also involved. Not sure who that was. Yeah, no kidding, right? Unfortunately, cautions breed cautions. I saw the 97 get turned. That's Colby Wells that got the damage. The 5 nails the wall. The 87 center punch into the 48 into the wall. Let's see how this all transpires. Yeah, there you go. I can't speak. I'm too tired to talk. Let's, looking for... Colby Wells, there we go. Here's the 45. So it looks like one of those deals where, for a minute, the 97 was cleared, but Wells had such a good run, he comes to the top side here. And Beaver just come on up the track. And these two just hooked bumpers. Chris Lewis, great job to miss everyone. Alan Ayers heading for the inside wall, unfortunately. Often gets through. All right, we're back to green. Sorry, I was having a quick conversation with Chris Lewis, the owner of the league, as we were talking there. His green flag is back out here, lap 46. So Rolls, Piles, Gagnon, Abril, Drayton, Cook, your top 5. There's Stoney, the faster pastor, 9th position, doing a good job in that 811 truck. A reminder, always call before you dig with the North Carolina 811. So let's see if we get into a rhythm here now. As Brandon trying to get underneath Dalton Wilson is here in one truck, is on the inside of 1 and 2 here, according to the spotters. Oh, somebody's blinking, that's who it is. Is it Ayers? It might be Ayers, I don't know. As we see the tandem, Abril and Cook try to work the inside lane. There's the perfect truck for Jeremy Berger, the Burger King truck, as we got caution. And Eurykio, Dallas Childers, some contact. 84, Jacob Locklear's backwards. And fourth caution is out. Oh, right around Stoney here. Oh, Stoney got a little piece of Locklear, unfortunately. Locklear's got him kind of pinched up there. A tough, unfortunate decision. Dalton Wilson does a good job missing, and I think Beaver or not. No, there's Riccio going around. So a couple others involved, but more pit stops here. looks like 4 tires and fuel for a lot of trucks here. At lap 52, Ronald Piles ended up being the first one out of pit road. Tim Abril. A lot of things going on everywhere. Josh Gagnon, Drayton Cook, Chris Lewis. I got a question from a driver here. Hang on, let me speak to these guys real quick. I'm also like the admin that's keeping an eye on things in case something happens. All right, pace truck about to come in as we come to the green flag here. You see the lights are on now. Jeremy Berger, Brandon Alphin, Colby Wells, Rick Ward, Dallas Childers, your top 5. As here we go. So battle up here for the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th positions. As there are 3 wide piles in April trying to get around Ward. As Gagnon and Clark, or not Clark, but I'm sorry, 55. As Berger under attack from Alphin. And it's a battle for the lead here. Alphin get pretty good in that 21 truck right now. Back here, Dallas Childers inside with Josh Gagnon. There's Leo with a little contact with Ethier. Dallas just kind of minding his business down the bottom. Gets a little loose there on the inside. Up front here, Drayton Cook outside of Colby Wells. Ryan with Dalton Wilson there as he gets around the 10 himself here. So the field's starting to kind of string themselves down here. A lot of them on newer tires. A lot of them with different pit strategies now. Jeremy Berger could be having some issues here soon because he pitted at lap 28, according to my records. If so, here we come in lap 40 this time by for him. He might be on pit road in the next 5 to 10 laps with these cautions as Alfin climbs the top side for the lead. Alfin just smacked the outside wall. The good news is, though, with this new build recently, the trucks have become a little more durable than what they used to be. You'd smack the wall once and you'd be done for. Alfin goes to the lead. There goes April, going to go to second. Going to bring Drayton Cook with him. Ronald Piles there in the fifth position now as April drops to the bottom. Jace LaForte with, looks like he's okay. I thought he had some issues maybe. As April and Cook go to the lead. Gagnon and Wilson battling out back here for the sixth position. There's Stoney Benfield there, Stephen Miles, Nick Uricchia, who's been fighting through it. There's Kyle Ethier, he's been involved in some incidents. $25 viewers. If you're new to the chat, hit that subscribe button. Oh, by the way, a couple of things I should point out. Sunday night, yes, there's another league that I broadcast for on Sunday nights for those who are TI fans. Productively, it's Colby Well Scrapes the Wall. I'm going to announce something. And it's something a lot of people have been wanting me to do. It's like a hint to everybody of what it is. And I'm going to make this announcement Sunday night. And looking forward to here in Benfield. And I think it's going to be something that's going to be cool to be able to do. As caution comes out, Dominic Russo is somewhere in that picture. And it looks like he's maybe towed. He's having major blinking issues. Let's continue on. I am not retiring, Casey. If you're trying to tell me you wanted me to retire, that's not nice. Jeremy Berger got the caution he needed there, so he's able to come in, probably get tires and fuel here at 77. Uricchio and others coming to pit road. Dalton Wilson on the backstretch pits here. Now at Bristol, back in the old days, the front stretch pits were always the advantage. So I'm kind of curious to see if it's still that way. Yep, there goes Drayton, there goes Averill. And Dalton, if Dalton comes out... Oh, you know what? I wonder if he had to stop there. Exiting the pits. So, oh, yeah, he's going to lose some spots, unfortunately. So there's the downfall of the backstretch pits. All right, so let's get our... well, let's back up for a second. Yes, I am going to announce something, though, Sunday night. It's in the works. Looking forward to it. And like I said, it's going to be really cool. Now, let's... go and talk to a driver. And it's actually the boss man I'm going to bring up here to the booth as we count to about 10 before he speaks. Okay, 6.5 seconds. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Scala.
Hello. So real quickly, Marion Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Truck Series. And you guys have trucks, and also I hear something about Wranglers.
Wranglers. We have Wranglers, we have Gladiators, and we have Rams. Rams are 11,000 off.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good deal.
You can buy a brand new Ram truck for 40 grand right now.
That's like 2009 prices?
Basically.
So that's pretty impressive right there. Well, make sure you go check out MarionCJDR.com, or you can go check out Marion Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram over in the Asheville area, I guess. I don't know the exact town it's in, but
and it is Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
I'm sorry.
Alphabetical order.
Oh, that makes sense, but I don't know the alphabet. The alphabet I was taught has no letter and between Y and Z.
Oof.
Hey, well, the prices are cheaper down the mountain. Anyways, thank you, Chris. Go back to racing.
I will try my best. Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Chris Lewis. He, by the way, is a manager there of, I don't know his like actual position name, and that's yeah. Anyways, go check out Marion Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, or check out the website if you're not in that town. All right, green back out. Brandon Alphin, Ronald Piles, Josh Canyon, Drayton Cook, and Mr. Lewis, your top 5. $40K for a Dodge Ram. I mean, yeah, you're not buying a truck for cheaper than like 60 grand anymore. And even then, I'm being conservative with that number. Look at this gaggle. Oh, Rolls gets the outside wall. Battle here, teammates of Miles and Clark. There's Berger going to stick his nose in there. He's literally in a hamburger of a sandwich. Still 3 wide. Cooler heads prevail as Ronald Piles goes to the front. The 68 truck. Gonna bring Drayton Cook with him. As Alphin looks like he's got a good short run truck. That thing just kind of falls off a little bit or something, or he's saving tires, one of the two. Back here, Dalton Wilson making, or Dallas Childers making moves inside of Dalton Wilson for 15th. Got Rick Ward there in front of him. And Dalton's going to clear for position. Up front, Drayton Cook, the winner from Tuesday night. This is his track, pretty much. Needless to say, he's pretty good here at Bristol, and he looks to take the lead. Miles doing a good job holding him down, not allowing the run off as Alphin holding up that second group. As we're 60 laps to go next time by. Oh, Gagnon and a big wreck back here. Oh, this is huge. Childers involved. Miles. I see fenders everywhere. Colby Wells, Jace LaForte. That did not go well. What happens? Colby Wells sticks him 3 wide. Lewis, and mayhem. Clark goes sliding in there. Benfield had Rick Ward, Dallas Childers. Fenders everywhere. I did not see what turned Colby though. Was there net code or? Because Lewis was trying to get out of it. Yeah, there's netcode there. Dalton Wilson. I mean, and you know what? This is one of those tracks. You can't say like somebody arc or brake somebody. These trucks and any car around Bristol is too fast to check up. And here's my example of that. Let's go to Dalton Wilson on board with him in the 9 car. If I can find him, there's Dalton. as we got trucks on pit road here, and I'll try to catch everybody up on what happened. But look, the wreck is about to break out up there. Okay, so if you see up there top left, that's where the wreck's going to happen. So now they're at full speed right here, and you got to check them up somehow. Oh, and there's banking. Very hard to do. All right, so after pit stops, we have... Looking at numbers here, it looks like Jeremy Berger, the only truck to stay out here, as he's going to try to save some tires here with the 7th caution, just over 50 laps to go. Double up here. Of course, he wants him to get the dually 3500, right? Who's that? Miles up there in 5th position. Anybody tell Miles he has no nose? Well, anyways, they're going to come to the green flag, and thanks to our good friends at frontstretch.com, my partners there, I should say. This is our chance. We're going to turn it up at Bristol on a Thursday night. All right, that did not last long. Caution's back out. And this time Nick Uricchio has gone around. Nick running in the 11th position. Well, looks like Miles and somebody... It was I can't tell if that's Lewis behind Miles. Let me switch cameras here. I want to go back before that. So I wonder if Miles might have been off the pace. Miles is off the pace right here. And that brings the caution out. Well, hey, while we're here, frontstretch.com, make sure you check out their website as we get ready for Nashville weekend. Also, the open wheel cars, the Indy cars, in action in Iowa. Had so much to talk about. Dirt track racing, ARCA series, short track action, and a whole bunch of stuff. If you're a racing fan, go get frontstretch.com. Check out their website. Check out their newsletter today. And their Saturday news writer is a pretty cool guy, too. Just saying. I think. The last 50 laps to go. Going to be a lot of reviewing of wrecks after this race, unfortunately, for the admins. A lot of beaten up trucks here. Thankfully, this is the only short track on the schedule of the 8 races. Chicago next week, then we get the week off. Then for the trucks, they go to the Red Bull Ring. That ought to be interesting. As here we go. As Tony Benfield comes out of pit road. Oh, and Ron Piles gets turned sideways. He saves it. And caution back out, Josh Canyon. Oh, and Dallas unfortunately gets into Josh, who D-didos and then spins around. Thankfully, doesn't hit anything. That could have been a lot worse. Oh, that's a bummer. You can just see Dallas's truck is just plowing, unfortunately. And Josh just becomes the victim there. Good job spinning it around and not hitting anything. A ninth caution out. Now, if anybody's curious, we got up to 12 on Tuesday. So real quickly, as we're doing this, I go down and check Twitter out just to see if anything's going on, because I always like to try to stay up to date with news or whatever. And I come across somebody asking actually asking iRacing, when are we getting these? And the video is I think this is called it's like horse racing or whatever, where it's like, where you have the, you're inside the bull ring or whatever, and they got to go around the barrels, and then they race back to the gate or whatever. I don't know what the proper term of that is, like some kind of horse racing, but that's what they used. All right, I got to do it. Where? I always forget what chat I'm in. Hey, Lewis.
Yep.
One of our viewers, War, Casey Carrington has suggested that maybe the 10 needs his tires rotated, which you can do at Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, correct?
He can, and it is free with an oil change.
There you go. Bada bing. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, back to green. It's just funny. I gotta go look at the race info real quick over here on the screen. Oh, I even got it wrong in there too. Let's fix that. DJ. There we go. Get that fixed for the next podcast. As Drayton Cook, Tim Averill, Brett Rolls, Brandon Alphen, Chris Lewis, your top 5. Oh, Casey, by the way, I do got a surprise for you coming shortly. And we need to talk, by the way, about another thing. So you can tell it's getting cooler and the action's starting to pick up. Drayton Cook just ran the fastest lap of the race, a 14:87. As Brandon Alphen up to the 3rd position. It does, doesn't it? Alphen looking underneath Brett Rolls for the 3rd spot. Chris Lewis top side there for 4th. Trying to get that from was the other 2 pull away. Eurykio, who's been involved in 3/4 of the accident tonight, somehow runs 6th. Ron O'Pile 7th. Kyle Ethier up to 8th. Gagnon 9th. Beaver up to 10th. How about that? As the racing continues. All right, now that we've got a couple laps, let's try real quickly. We're going to turn it up thanks to frontstretch.com. All right, I tried it. You can blame me for this one. Caution's out. I saw Kyle Ethier turn sideways. And that's going to bring out the 10th caution here. I heard Ronald say sorry, so let's see what took place here. Oh, yeah, Ronald got the outside wall and come down into him, unfortunately. He's never corrected me like that, Zach. Maybe it's because you don't care. Alphen. Alphen to Alphen. No. All right, trucks are on pit road here. I'm going to mute my mic for just a quick second. It's that moment of the night where I say goodnight to my 4-year-old. So Brandon Alphin, it's funny, he's been, I've been 3 years. It's been like 3 years I've broadcasted, and it's the first time I've ever been corrected to say his name, which is funny. Chris Lewis is second. Jeremy Berger is third. Josh Gagnon, Drayton Cook, now your top 5. We did have cars come to pit road, or trucks. I keep calling them cars. And it looks like the top 3 have stayed out. Gagnon looks like is on fuel only. The rest of the guys on tires. So we've got a mixed bag of animals here, if you will. As we wrap up the 10th caution, 27 laps to go. And it looks like we have 13 trucks on the lead lap. So plenty of stuff can happen here. Stephen Melnick, 22nd place after starting on pit road 10 laps after the race started. Should we go back green? As Alphin takes off and gets the lead there from Lewis. Berger up to third. Drayton Cook, Tim Abril, your top 5 there as they go single file. Ronald Piles there behind Brett Rolls. The 79 of Josh Gagnon. Let's see how quick. Oh, caution's back out. As Russo has spun out and gone to the pits. Let's see if I can even get a replay of what happened to Dom. He's blinking on the inside of the 69. And unfortunately get into the wall. And Dominic just goes around and Clark spins him around. As Dalton Wilson gets to wave around. Lewis is coming to pit road here for tires. And looks like Stephen Miles also just trying to get some damage fixed on that 7 truck. This has just been crazy here tonight. Appreciate everybody watching. I know it's Bristol. We're going to have wrecks. We were going to have a race like this. It happens. But, yeah, right? We do appreciate everybody watching, though, and obviously come back next week, Chicagoland. We'll have some fun, and like I said, I will announce next Sunday. I think it's going to be a pretty big announcement when it's over with. I'm just kind of putting everything together, and it'll be something fun for all leagues to get involved. I should share. There was a league that my father and I once actually had a few years back, and I remember one particular season. I think it was on Twitch at that time, so it's going to be over on that channel in my on-demand. 175 laps. We went caution-free. It took 45 minutes to run that race. Flew right through it. All right, so everything's been happening tonight. We've had wrecks. Tony Benfield's had power issues. His fan club has made an appearance tonight. Love that. Pace Trucks led the most laps tonight, but we're going green. Brandon Alphin trying to win this one. Drayton Cook, Tim Averill, Brett Rolls, your top 4. Ron Piles going to move up to 5th right there, and caution's coming right back out. And there's a junkyard over in turn 2. Saw Colby Wells, I think. I saw somebody. Stoney does get me ratings. I might have to donate. You know what? I have an idea. It just came to my head. As Alphin's going to come to pit road here, Drayton Cook's going to take the lead. So Alphin going to get a set of tires. Would that be the 79? Thank you. It's going to give me an opportunity here for a quick second. Let's do this. Since we're under caution here, I think it's important to get an update for those who do not watch Sunday Monday Sim 500 series that you see on the channel. Obviously, that's where Stoney came from. And as you know, over there, we've been talking about Judah, the grandson of Stoney. And I want to bring Stoney in real quick. Hey, man, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. My power went out.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I wonder real quickly, I know we've had a lot of cautions tonight, but I want to get a quick just word. How's Judah doing?
You know, man, Judah's had a turnaround. He's doing much better, but he's got to stay in the hospital 10 more days and take an antibiotic, an IV, and take another treatment. But it's all good, man. The Lord's going to take care of him, so we're happy.
I love it. I love it, man. Well, hey, best of luck. Looks like, well, never mind, pace car lights just came back on. Well, that's good to hear still, and obviously we hope for nothing but the best there. And obviously best of luck here for the next couple laps here. It could be interesting.
Yeah, man, I had a top 10 car tonight. My power went out, so I'm 7 laps down. So anyway.
Yeah. Hey, you still could get a top 20 out of this when it's over with. So
Yeah, I can.
All right, so Stoney Benfield there. Best of luck to him. For those who, again, don't know the story, Judah is a young man. He's a grandson of Stoney, 3 years old. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Battling leukemia, and he's in a hospital in North Carolina. Got some great treatment and great work being done right now, but unfortunately he's had a little setback, but that's part of the rough treatment he's going through at this moment. But hopefully at the end of this, it'll be a brighter road down the road for Judah. So if you get a quick moment, just thoughts and prayers to Judah. I do have a photo and stuff of him, but I got it set up. I couldn't get to it to post it real quickly here, but figured it'd be a good time to just real quickly put a talk to Stoney about that. As we go back to green, Drayton, Averill, Rolls, Piles, Berger, your top 5. Berger, I believe, has the freshest tires out of the 5. 2.5, thank you. I knew it was right around 3 somewhere. Alphin coming with the fresh 4 feel goods. The pool man, if you will. He's got Nick Leo there to his outside as they battle it out. Drayton and Averill just driven away from Brett Rolls, already over a second between second and third. Jump up here as Berger to the inside of Piles. Going to take the third, make that fourth spot. Here comes Eurykio in here. Now, so far in the first two races, we have not had a driver sweep. Drayton Cook could be the first. Alphin and Lewis, that's for the 8th position there. Jason Clark, what a comeback for him, up to 7th. Clark was a lap down a couple times there, and he's done a good job surviving. Might get a top 10 out of this. The battle right here. Here comes Alphin with the tires outside Eurykio for position, as Gagnon's on pit road for some reason. Oh, Eurykio sent it in there deep, almost lost the back end. 4 to go. Alphin gonna run out of time, unfortunately. Unless something happens. Two laps to go as they come up on a lap car down the back straightaway here. Dallas going to jump out of the way as Drayton Cook comes off turn 4. There's the white flag waving. Final lap around Bristol. He's had a struggle here these first couple weeks, but came Bristol, we knew it was Drayton Cook's races to lose, and he went out and he won them both as Drayton Cook sweeps the week at Bristol. Tim Averill going to get second. Jeremy Berger going to finish third. Brandon Alphin, Brett Rolls, your top 5. Oh, there goes the right rear. As pretty much whole team's out there doing donuts as they usually do. Just the way they celebrate. And crazy race in the end. As fireworks go off over there in turn 2, I believe that is. We'll show the standings going across the top of the board as we will talk to the drivers here in the Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Truck Series. And I'm going to see if Jeremy will pop into the Discord here. Maybe he'll talk to us. We'll see. He's not originally in his Discord. But let's talk to, we'll get our top 2 up in here. We'll start with our second place finisher. Unfortunately, loses a spot from the start of the race. But, yeah, I know you and Drayton have talked a lot there, Tim. I think it was Drayton that said it, that I think it was like a certain amount of races or something at Bristol. Drayton won this much, but if he didn't win, he finished second to you or was wrecked or something happened like that. But here we go again with another 1-2 for you guys.
Yeah, so we had an official series at Bristol a couple years back, and me and Cook probably raced that thing, I'd say probably 20 times. Cook won 19 of them. I finished second in all 19 of them. And the one he did not win, he got wrecked, and I won that one.
There you go. So, yeah, it's something weird like that. But, you know, we all talked about, you know, you guys being the top 2 here at Bristol potentially to watch. And I know you kind of got roughed up a little bit Tuesday but come back here tonight to get a good second place finish, a good bounce back there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, both had just a couple pit road incidents there, both Tuesday and today. Tuesday, it was kind of my fault. I entered pit road after the cone, so it gave me a unsafe pit entry. So that that was my fault. Can't really blame anybody but myself. Today, it was just like one of them iRacing glitches where I had the first box. I come off pit road fine, and it told me I exited closed pits, even though it wasn't. It's just when the leaders pass you at Bristol due to the dual pit road, it tells you that you get a exit when it's closed, which that ain't the case. So I had to serve a penalty, went to the back, went to 18th, had a huge wreck, and luckily drove through it. Still finished with a 0x. Don't know how I made it through that one. And that wreck, I went from 18th to 4th. So.
Well, it was a great job on your end, man. Obviously, getting that top 3 finish. The strategies at a track like this has got to be stressful to some point, right?
Yeah. I mean, we had a lot of cautions tonight. We knew that coming in. You asked me at the beginning of the race,
Mm-hmm.
what do we got to expect tonight? I said caution. So it looks like I was right. So we knew that coming in. We knew we had 3 tire sets. There was 150 laps. We were just shooting to use those first 2 somewhere 50, 100, and then the last set maybe somewhere in the middle. So me and Cook were on the same strategy all night. We took our last set there with 30 to go, and then had a couple cautions to where like we only ran like 1 lap. So we were good on fuel, and our tires were still basically 100%. And a couple like Brandon was up front. He had to pick because I guess he didn't have the fuel where he wanted to get the tires, but so that worked out for us.
We definitely did. 1-2 for the both of you guys and for iRacing. So send some shout outs whoever you like to.
I definitely want to give a shout out to iRacing, Chris Lewis, for having us. I want to give a shout out to Ali and Marion, Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Chrysler for sponsoring us this season. We really appreciate it. Hope to many seasons together. Give a shout out to my teammates. Had fun racing. Give a shout out to Cook for winning. Hate finishing second to him, especially him, but good win. And give a shout out to everybody watching. Locke, Meyer, Tony, Dad, Bill, Boo, anyone else I missed, and then give a shout out to you for putting on these broadcasts. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, great job tonight, man. Congratulations. And I have a feeling your boss man might be picking on you for how you said the business name. I'm just going to put that out there.
I said what?
I'm just throwing it out there.
That's how he said it.
Jeep Dot? What did he say? It was a Jeep Ram. I think you said Charger. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I said Ram Dodge. That's what I said. It says Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Chrysler. That's what it says. It's the Longhorn edition, Cummins edition.
There you go. Well done. Well, great job tonight, man. No fairness.
Hey.
Tim Averill finishes in the second position. And, yeah. Let's here I am again. Caught myself in looking at chat of Discord here. And, all right, he gone. In fairness to Tim, I learned it mid-race too, and I even had it in the wrong title. But it happens. All right, Drayton, we feel like we've done this before, but here are again tonight at... Don't worry, Casey, I add like 15 different names to it too. In Victory Lane this evening for the second time this week, and this is a pretty good bounce back for having some rough internet luck the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, I told you we were going to go for the sweep today. We just took care of business, that's all.
That pretty much, man. You guys, you and Tim obviously led the show there, starting 1-2, and just talk about the racing, the strategy and stuff, and having to work your way through up there.
Yeah, just almost really just like Tuesday night. A lot of tire strategy, a lot of cautions, just everybody on different cycles and whatnot. But kind of cycled our way to the front there, and we had enough of a gap on the guys that had 4 tires at the end. I think Brandon restarted like 11th or so. So just a little bit too much for him to make up. If he had got up there, I think he would have given us a pretty good run if we had got another caution. But it's just the way the cycle went this time.
Well, great job tonight, and man, just give some shout out to whoever you like to.
Yep. Out to Chris and the guys. Another good performance. Hopefully, keep it going. Obviously to you for putting on the broadcasts. Marion, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, for all the support, getting us all set up and the nice paints on the car and whatnot, or the truck in this case. And yeah, just looking forward to next week.
Absolutely, man. Well, you got the broom out. You're the first person to sweep so far since we brought the trucks back in. Took 3 weeks, and you have done it. Congratulations, and let's see if you can go do it in Chicago now.
I wouldn't expect a sweep there, but we'll give it a shot.
Hey, you never know. That's why we race, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, great job, Drayton.
I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Drayton Cook, winner tonight here at Bristol, sweeps the season, or the week series, I should say here, is all the tracks pretty much on the series are the same, except week number 5, where the Gen 4 cars are going to be at Watkins Glen, and these trucks were going to be going across the seas and the mountains and whatever else is between here in Austria and running the Red Bull Ring. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So looking forward to that. There we go. You see the standings across the top of this grid. Now we're going to go through all the wrecks and figure out who did what wrong and how many times Chris Lewis wrecked somebody. So we'll go see that and go from there. And always remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing, and it's also the Marion Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram Truck Series. No matter what's said. See ya!